Literally, you have me on film saying that I'm trying not to buy anything, and then today I just rock up with a thrift haul, so that is indeed my bad. But hopefully you forgive me because there's some really cute stuff here, and keep in mind it is collective over the last couple of months. Honestly, the thrift stores in my area are dry. I don't know what's going on. Like, is this a result of me not gatekeeping my location, or are they just not getting the goods anymore? Like, it's so hard to find a gem. I'm talking going to like 7 op shops and walking away with only 1 or 2 decent items. A bunch of the stuff I have to show you, I actually picked up online through Buyee, so that allows you to access thrifting in Japan through sites like Mercari. This isn't sponsored. Honestly, I wish it was, because at this point I'm feeling like I'm gonna have to block access to the website altogether, so I stopped spending money and stopped wasting time. I feel like I spend hours scrolling on there. I'm gonna start with this because if you saw my last video, then you may have already noticed it. I wore it for my Cassie from Skins inspired look, and it is this adorable flowy mini dress. I don't know if it will be to everyone's taste, just because it is a little bit tacky, kitsch, I suppose, because of the print. It is kind of reminiscent of that angel print that used to be popular, but they've substituted it in for cats, which just brings me so much joy. I don't know why, I've never even owned a cat or would have been considered a cat person. I guess it's just like vintagey animal prints in general that just scratches my brain for some reason. And this is from the brand Hysteric Glamour. I found it for a really good price. I'm thinking maybe because it's not the typical vibe of the types of pieces that Hysteric Glamour collectors would be picking up. But I can tell you already, I'm gonna be wearing this non-stop. It is so up my alley, and it's something I can actually wear in the hot summer here while still feeling cute, so I'm just over the moon. This is the item that sparked the entire buy haul. The problem is once you buy one thing, you feel like you need to add a few extras in order to make shipping worth it, but that's totally fine because I spotted this for only $10. I was like, shut up, that's like a dream piece. It's this angel blue mesh sporty tee. Like, are you kidding? Does this not look like something you would see all over your Pinterest feed? I've already worn it multiple times. I really like that you can dress it down just with jeans, keep it casual, or you can style it with something a little bit more cutesy girly. And it might not seem like much from afar, but up close the attention to detail goes crazy. Like, the piping along here literally has angel blue and stars over and over again. You have the little cheer up logo in the back, and I love the cute little tag down the bottom as well. Such a good find. Whenever you can get angel blue for a good price, I feel like it's always worth it. I'm never disappointed in the quality. And again, just to further reiterate my point, this was another angel blue pickup. The details are insane. The whole thing is kind of embossed with their branding. You have the metal star for the zip pull, and then the most adorable badges which are on the front, and then you have this cute one down the bottom on the back as well. Instantly loved the color combo, and I know a short sleeve hoodie isn't for everyone, but I actually own one in like a baby yellow lemon sort of shade that I surprisingly get quite a bit of wear out of, especially this time of year. It's not so hot that I'm melting, so I can get away with an extra layer still, so this is where these really come in handy. Just thinking about summer is honestly depressing me. Like, I hate dressing for summer. Taking layers away from me should be a crime at this point. And now that I'm looking at the rest of the haul, we have all the summery things out of the way, so that's great. Okay, actually, let me show you some of the stuff that I picked up from the op shops here. The first thing is this gray midi tulle tutu-esque sort of skirt. I have always been on the hunt for a grey tutu ever since the Itsy Loco music video, because I thought it'd be a really cool piece to style. Obviously, this is less petticoat and more an actual skirt, but I still think it'll be fun. The way it has the tiered layers of the kind of like choppy handkerchief cut, I feel like means it's gonna lean really well into like a dark fairy sort of inspo. And not to reference my last video again, but I do think you could make it work for an Effie Stoneham inspired outfit as well. And just in general, that kind of Tumblr, indie sleaze sort of era. Like, if you're doing a throwback photo shoot, I think this could really work. Do any of you get those TikToks about dressing according to your rising sign or Venus sign? Because I'm looking in the mirror and low-key I feel like this is a really good combination of my two, so let me know if you can guess what signs they are. I actually picked up another grey skirt from that same Salvos. Nothing special, it's just a basic little plaid one, but I know I can never go wrong with these. I'm always going to get wear out of them, and it was only a $2 tag, which I feel like is unheard of at this point. Like, a bunch of the other skirts I was looking at were upwards of $15. I just could not justify it. Low-key kind of regret this one though, because it was giving Sandy Liang a little bit. But yeah, I feel like this is something I'm trying to consider more now while I'm thrifting. Not everything has to be a wow statement piece, super unique, blow you away. It is okay just to thrift some basics as well. And actually, along those lines, I've been thinking of filming a video about finding your personal style, but then also building a realistic wardrobe that you know you're going gonna get wear out of, because that is something I've been thinking about a lot recently. So let me know if you'd be interested. Just after saying that I can't justify $15 for a skirt, this next one was literally $14. But in my defense, I had seen the exact same style of skirt at a different op shop, not a vintage store, still just an op shop, a Lifeline, for $80. Like, I'm telling you, some of them are out of their mind these days. But yeah, it is this kind of kilt inspired skirt, I suppose. It is literally 100% wool, made in Scotland and everything. You guys did already see this in a previous video. I don't know what to tell you. I just can't help myself when it comes to plaid. Like, this is just my ride or die pattern. It's been many, many years and it has never done me wrong. And I did like that the base on this one was cream, so it doesn't feel so heavy and dark, I guess. I know these are pretty popular, so if you are looking at buying one on Depop or something, just keep in mind that they are quite itchy. I always feel like I have to wear something underneath. I feel like what we're getting from this is my style is either plaid or cutesy. This, very much cutesy, like couldn't be more cutesy. It is this pink crocheted cape. The gasp I let out when I tried this on because it just falls so beautifully. But yeah, there's no way I'm gonna regret this purchase. Literally $5. I'm so confused by how they're doing their pricing in store at the moment, because I know other op shops would totally jack the price up and put it in their vintage section. May I interest you in an adorable little box of trinkets? Okay, this is what I'm all about. This little character, Parappa the Rapper, really caught my eye in one of my vintage Japanese magazines. So then out of curiosity, I searched it on Buyee. So many cute things, including this little tin. I mean, come on, literally has a character that has the store Katie's clothes. And I picked up the same little dude in a keychain form. This is a vintage McDonald's toy. I also got these two Monchichis. These are adorable. There were so many that I wanted. I ended up going for the smaller sort of version because I thought they would be cuter to hang off a bag, or in this case, I ended up adding it to a necklace. We have a cute little Sanrio pair. I feel like this should be modern day best friend necklaces, having matching keychains. And then I couldn't help myself. I picked up two Kewpie babies. The strawberry is so freaking adorable. And of course, I got Luffy from One Piece as well. It is honestly a miracle that I don't own any Sunny Angels at this point. I love me a good blind box, but I don't know. I feel like once you open that can of worms, there's no going back. Without a doubt, one of my favorite creators is Kai. She has an insane hysteric glamour collection and just has the best hauls from Buyee in general, so it's always giving me inspo for what to search for. So consider me influenced when I picked up this little zip up sweater. It's really simple with just one of their signature face stencil graphics in the front and then the baby hysteric written across the back. It's so incredibly soft and I actually love how thin the material is as well. Again, one of those pieces where I'm just building up realistic items. I'd say typically I'm more of a pastel baby pink person, but I really love this shade and I actually think it's going to encourage me to play around with some different color combos too. And something that I did actually want to try styling with it is this camo skirt. Yes, I am sorry to inform you, I am in my camo era. I feel like that is always a scary place to be because usually it doesn't age well, but I feel like I've been denying it for too long. It is time to embrace it. I feel like it's just still too soon for a lot of people. Like their mind instantly goes to the colored camo pants phase, which really wasn't that long ago. But whatever, camo always has the potential to be cute and I really like the concept of having it in a long maxi skirt, but I should have known better than to get it from Japan because obviously it was going to be too small for me. Like I wish it just had a few extra inches on it. I feel like all the way to the ground would have been the way to go, but I don't know, hopefully we can still make it work. Yeah, looking at it now, there's definitely a lot of skirts here and I do indeed have another one to share. This just reminded me of the sort of thing like the effortless cool girls would thrift, and I'd be like, ugh, why can't I just style a casual outfit like that? Which obviously I can. What is stopping me? I don't need to box myself into one particular style, so I thought I'd just give it a go, but don't worry, I am very self-aware of the fact that I would not be described as effortless. But I think what can really contribute to those sort of styles is something that at first glance might seem quite simple, but the closer you look, the more details you find, which with this, it could be perceived as just a boring khaki skirt, but I really like the idea of having the D-ring closure, especially considering the paneling that almost makes it look like a belt, and also just the pleating. I have a lot of pleated skirts, but I thought the way in which it was done here was just a little bit more unique. I don't know, I haven't styled it yet. Definitely going to be a challenge just because it's so far out of my usual comfort zone when it comes to color palette. It has potential, but it also could end up being one of those things that I like on others, but not necessarily on myself. As always, I love to save some of my best for last. Honestly, it's a miracle I haven't shown you this one already because I've been dying to share it with someone. It is this stunning little mezzo piano mini dress. It has this kind of pleated drop waist and then just the most beautiful little ruffle bow detail in the center. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this is quite literally what dreams are made of. I think the song actually played in my head when I spotted it. Unfortunately for me, this was the most expensive piece I picked up, but it was still under $100, and in my brain this looks like the sort of thing that could have walked straight off the Shoo Shoo Tong runway, and that's a brand I've lusted over for years but it's just outside my price range, so that's kind of how I justified it. I was so anxious about whether this one was gonna fit, and then when it arrived it was very, very tight on the arm sleeve, but shout out to my Nan, she came through, worked her magic, and now it fits perfect. How are you guys feeling about the bow trend now? Because I know it's been well over a year, but I'm still nowhere near being over it. Like, I will eat it up every single time. I can't picture my wardrobe without it at this point. This one I've left to the very last, hoping that the haters are gone and will not judge me for my very poor decision-making skills, because I am very aware of the fact that this is not at all weather appropriate for someone who lives in Queensland. Please just hear me out though. First of all, the most obvious, she's gorgeous. A maxi length coat like this has been on my dream list, but they're really hard to come by here. And also just any cool coat in general, I feel like is so expensive, even secondhand. Also, please note, in a previous video where I literally saw this Betty's Blue spread and said this would now be living rent-free in my mind. Yeah. Pretty sure this is from that very collection. Look, you're probably not going to be seeing me out and about in this anytime soon. If you did, I would probably have heat stroke, but I am hopeful, okay? Whenever we go on holiday, we always make it a winter trip, so it will get its moment to shine eventually, I promise you that. That's it for my little collective secondhand haul. My standouts have to be the two dresses. Let me know what you think were the best pickups though, and what videos you want to see coming up. I definitely want to do more styling videos and about how to use what's in your wardrobe rather than hauls like this, but this was a fun little one to film today. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I see you soon. Bye!